And say something cute.
Something cute.
Say hi, June.
Hi, June.
That's cute. Can you believe it?
I'm scared.
I am too, kinda.
I feel like this whole time we were saying, I got so much shit to say. And now, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, no. That's kind of the one thing that I want to get better at. Is like, I feel like the second the camera's on and the second the mic is on, I freak out.
It's not even there.
Which is funny. What?
It's not even there. It's just us.
Well, that's what's funny is because like whenever I'm doing acting shit, I'm so good at that.
Okay, we'll be acting then.
That shit. But that's the thing. I don't want to be acting.
Well, don't be acting, but be acting in the way that you don't notice the camera.
That's the thing, though, is that I want to get like so comfortable with it that it's not even a conversation.
Okay, well then maybe we think of this episode as it's not an episode. We're just sitting here talking and we just happen to have a microphone and headphones.
Yeah.
And a camera. But other than that, we're on the couch.
It's just a conversation. We're just on the couch shooting the shit.
Yeah.
That makes sense. We're back. Can you believe it?
Welcome back.
Say it ain't
Run
so.
it back.
Say it ain't so. We ran it back. We're here.
Welcome to our new digs.
Look at this shit. It's so crazy sitting in a different room.
Yes.
But we are sitting in a different room. As you could tell, we got new digs.
Yes.
New seats.
New seats.
New art.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Absauce.
Yeah, thank you, Abby, for the art. She also did. So if you're watching on YouTube, obviously, I don't have to. It's visual medium. I don't have to elaborate what we're talking about. But audio, fuck yourself. No, audio. The thumbnail, Abby also did. So the audio art was also her.
Thank you.
If you go over to YouTube, see, you know what I mean? Like cross promotion.
Hey.
Go to YouTube, multiple views on different platforms. You also see this really sick. It's so This is sick. This is really fucking cool to be able to like talk about something right here. Like that's so cool.
And Austin did a gorgeous job on these soundproofing pad thingies.
Yeah. So we are. Should we say where we are or keep it a?
We're in the High June studio.
Okay. Yeah. That's exactly where we are.
What do you mean?
No. What I was gonna say is like, should we like spill on like? I'm gonna set a timer real quick. Spill on like where the studio is.
So basically,
no. Or should we just? No, it's a studio.
It's a studio, but basically the studio's in our house.
No. It's a studio.
No, I was gonna just say that we're like really rich and we have this huge mansion and we were able to just build this studio on.
In the last when we recorded our last episode, did you figure it out?
No, I didn't want to look because I didn't want to make myself sad.
You're gonna be bummed out.
Listen, you guys were able to let us build this studio with all the money we brought in from the first season.
We kind of wanted to keep it low key when we were still doing episodes, but in the first 20, I just got to spill the beans. We made so much fucking money.
So much money.
Like God doesn't have as much money as we have.
So we built this studio with all that money. Thank you guys so much. You brought us here.
We built it as an attachment to the house.
Yes,
this is part of our house.
We built our house
west of Austin.
Yep.
The ad revenue just became something that we just could not have anticipated. You bought us a house, you bought us the studio, and this studio, you know, it's fucking crazy, so funny. Like the one thing that kept happening, I don't know if it happened as much to us, but something we were talking about yesterday actually, as it pertains to Nathan For You.
Mm-hmm.
Like, didn't that happen a few times on High June where, like, you would say something and then someone would follow up after watching the episode and be like, I can't believe that, wow.
Yeah.
And we'd have to be like
girlies.
It's a fucking bit.
Yesterday, speaking of that, can I say what happened? Are we already there? Can I just say whatever? I don't remember how to podcast. Okay, anyways, speaking of Nathan For You, yesterday we were at Barton Springs Pool. Yesterday, we were at Barton Springs Pool, and I was sitting next to these two gentlemen, and they were talking about Nathan For You, and I guess they didn't realize that it's a satire show. And they were like, I just don't understand, like, he's going to ruin these businesses. Like, he's giving them horrible ideas. I was like, this can't be real. And it was. They really thought that.
I truly cannot, I don't know.
They really thought Nathan For You was real.
there's no way to say this without sounding like really like, I don't know. I'm trying to be a more patient person, you know?
It's not worth it.
But like shit like that, it's like,
my girl,
brother, it like, I don't know. That's insane.
Yeah.
So
but,
all that like same shit, right? So it's like the reason I brought that up and the reason I brought that up was because someone's probably going to follow up and say, congrats on building your house. So yeah, for sure. The 20 episodes of a podcast that we did made us enough money to build a house for sure. But it
zero
did.
Sponsorships.
But it did.
Yeah. So thank you guys for allowing us to build this beautiful home in West Austin with this gorgeous, huge studio. And we're just really grateful.
We are really grateful.
To sum it up, we're grateful.
Living our dream is really dope.
It is. And I wish that we could share the wealth with you guys, but we just can't.
We have a lot of money, but not that much.
We have a lot of money, but we would like to keep it for ourselves.
I got shit to do.
What do you have to do?
Shit to pay for.
What?
Trips.
Okay.
Trinkets. Wares. Souvenirs. Wares.
Anywho.
Fucking doodads. Nah, on the real. Yeah, we're in a new space.
Yeah.
We have spent, what have we been doing the last fucking...
I have had the time of my life in these last few months that we weren't recording, and I'm so sorry for all the listeners who didn't get to follow along on our journey because we've been MIA.
It's really crazy. Like, I don't know. This always fucks me up when I sit and think about like a span of time and think about how much can happen in any given span of time. So like whenever I sit and think about like, I think it was November, right? Or early December when we recorded the last episode. End of season 1. This is season 2, by the way. Season 2. And that was less than a year ago, which if you put anything within like a year, you know, to me, it always feels like not that long. It can be categorized as not that long. But when you sit and think about everything that's happened since December. So much. I mean, like New Year's, like trips to Dallas, shows. We took some trips. We got tattooed. Judd record came out. Like, summer happened.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, literal seasons and life seasons. You know?
Seasons of love.
But like so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really fun.
What was the best thing that happened to you while we were...
Since the last
What
podcast
was your
episode?
pit and what was your peak and what was your pit?
That's a good question. Pit? I don't know if I had like a real pit. Like there wouldn't like... I was just saying this, I think yesterday after we left Barton. It was like... This is the first year in a long time I feel like I've actually looked at summer as a season.
Yes.
And thought like, this summer I'm going to do this. And then this is a cool summer. And then that was a good summer. Mm-hmm. Like in the past, I feel like I've been really bad at just like, oh, those are other just months, bleh, whatever.
Yeah.
But this was the first year that I really feel like I was like identified summer as just a thing, you know, and like really tried to make the most out of it. And so I feel that way kind of about this whole year. Like there hadn't been a real pit. Like it's been like, yeah, I mean, there's been like stressful times and like stupid shit or whatever, but like,
what was your peak?
Nothing bad. Peak, probably Judd record coming out. I know that sounds like, wow, of course it is, but like, yeah.
Yeah, because that was awesome times.
Yeah, I think like when this podcast started and then the last time people heard this podcast, we were in the thick of making the thing that ultimately ended up coming out on March 10th.
Go stream.
Yeah, and so it was like a...
Flesh and blood.
Yeah, that was like a big... it's a big day.
It was a big day.
So that's probably my peak. What about your peak and valley?
My valley is my peak valley. No, my pit valley. I don't think I have one. I can't think of a bad moment.
Yeah, definitely whatever days I think we both shared.
Yeah, but those I don't remember. Like they were probably just like little annoying things, but nothing has been horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
My peak though.
Oh yeah, crazy.
It's been a long time coming, but the Eras tour, bitch.
We went to that. That was really special.
I just have chills even thinking about it.
It was a lot of fun.
That was the best day of my life, and it made my whole year. It made my whole existence. Everything that I've ever done in my life led me to that moment.
It was some real...
I was there. I cried, and it was amazing, and I think about it every day, and I watch every single Eras Tour stream.
Do you really look at it as if it's like a core memory?
Oh, 100%.
Like, really?
Like, I want to go again just because I feel like the first time was truly out of body.
Mm-hmm.
It's like amnesia.
Right.
It was amazing. Core memory. First time I ever saw Taylor Swift ever in my life. Never been to a show.
Yeah.
She popped out of those little parachutes.
Yep.
Sobbing tears streaming down my face.
Walk me through the day. Walk me through the emotions. Walk me through the expectation and the peak and the...
Well, I had zero expectations because I didn't watch any. I didn't want to be spoiled.
That's true. Yeah.
So I was just surprised. The day of, I started crying before we even left. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I was just crying.
Mm-hmm.
And then we drove to Houston.
Yep.
And then we got to Houston. I had blisters on my feet already because I was wearing cowboy boots.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to our seat and I watched Gracie Abrams, and then I watched Beat a Boob Bop, whatever the fuck. Beat a Boob.
I gotta look.
Whatever. You'll know.
Yeah.
I'll make his cup of coffee, that girlie.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
She didn't even sing that.
She didn't.
Mm-mm. I was actually kind of waiting for it. It was like that TikTok song.
What's her name? Biba Doobop? Biba
Doobie?
Okay, Biba Doobie.
It's fucking dumb.
Why is that her name?
I don't know.
Respectfully, of course. And then Miss Swift, the countdown came 3 minutes, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then the parachutes came out. She's walking, or she wasn't walking. The parachute people were walking, and then they put the little parachutes down, and then they went up. Boom, there she is.
Yeah.
I was like, and the whole time I was just watching, like, whoa.
Really surreal. That was
so
my
amazing.
takeaway. Is that, like, not like a Swift head, obviously, but there's something undeniable about, like, 80,000 people?
70,000?
Yeah, like 70,000 people screaming the same thing.
Oh my God.
Like, it reaches volume levels that you didn't think a single space could reach. And that combined with, there's just any kind of shock. Like, if you see, like, a celebrity in person, it's always kind of some, like, weird
Mm-hmm.
artificial thing of, like, oh, that's the person. The person you talk about, see on the shows and the news and the Kanye thing, the MTV award, like, this up here, just this fairy dust, social, like, that's
She's just there, served on a goddamn
It's
platter.
not fake. You're not seeing it on a TV. You're not seeing it, like...
I didn't realize.
Like, that's you could hypothetically walk down there and, like, touch that person. You know what I mean? Like, it's so...
Yeah.
That kind of weird thing you get when you see someone like that, combined with 80,000 people, combined with, like, hey, it was good. Like, good performance, and then, like, the production...
Amazeballs.
Just with the video, the LED floor and the sets and the
wristbands.
The wristbands. So these I'm sure people have seen videos, but, like, you get a wristband when you go in. That's, like, geo-located, tied to wherever in the stadium they have the thing that actually puts on these light shows. But these wristbands read where you are in the stadium, so the audience is a part of the light show.
Yeah.
So, like, only certain wristbands in the crowd will light up red, and the other one's white. But they're so specific that they made shapes.
Shapes, or, like, whenever she was singing the You Need to Calm Down song and made, like, the little rainbow.
Like a rainbow flag around the thing. Like, that was really cool. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. I had never seen that before. And, like I said, when you put all that together, you could honestly, you could dislike her, and, like, any rational person.
You'll just have fun.
Any rational person would be like, damn, that's pretty wild. So,
yeah. Actually, I did just think of a pit.
What's that?
I didn't really get good surprise songs. And so, really, the worst part of my year was whenever she played Evermore, and I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But that's really all that I have going on.
Yeah. That was a cool going on. But we did that, and it was really, really cool, really, really special. And just, like, anytime you get to, like, travel for something, I feel like little day trip to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Got food, like just little things, little suicide trips. Like, this stuff was really fun. But we did that, and then like 2-3 days later, went to California.
We did. That feels like it was 2 years ago.
I kind of forget about it sometimes.
I forget about it all the time. We went to San Diego and Los Angeles.
Yeah, because it was so sandwiched between just like so much stuff.
It really was.
Yeah, like it was just so just kind of slide it in right there in the middle of a bunch of other stuff going on.
It was so fun.
Yeah, it was
Short
fun.
Little
we
trip.
We flew into L.A. direct. Oh, that's why we ended up doing it. Then was the flights were so
they were cheap.
Like I think we paid $200 for both of us, not each.
Yeah, girl.
$200 total round trip, direct both ways.
Yes.
Like $100 a piece to like great. Anyway,
hopped off the plane at LAX.
We did. We did that and then got into a rental car and ran around LA all day.
A Prius, if you will.
We did. The Prius was pretty tight.
And then we went to LA. Blah 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 blah. Went to we were trying to go to Tyler Childers. That was a flop.
We did. Yeah, shout out to the homie. I reached out. It ended up working, but gave it his damnedest.
He did.
Would have been really cool. Next time. So instead of doing that, we ended up going to it. It was kind of one of these things where it's like all day. It's kind of crazy. We didn't know what we were going to do at the end of the day.
We were just lollygagging.
Either our option number one was we're going to go to Santa Barbara, see Tyler Childers. I don't know who else. Oh, Charlie Crockett.
Mm-hmm.
At like this crazy venue in Santa Barbara.
Bowl.
It was going to be spectacular, and we didn't know all day whether or not we were going to go. And then option two, which we ended up doing, was a Comedy Store.
Oh yeah, we did.
So it was like, oh, damn, shame we didn't get to go to the country show. Oh, we got to go to the stupid-ass Comedy Store.
The Comedy Store.
So we did that, and we saw Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah, except I feel really bad because while Mr. Jeselnik was doing his little set, I fell asleep.
Crazy. You're so lucky he didn't see you.
I was so tired, and it was so dark, and it was so cold in there, and he's so monotone.
So funny.
He was really funny, and I felt bad because I was asleep at a comedy show. Like, how disrespectful is that?
That was a fun comedy show. It was what did they call it?
It was a showcase.
Headliner showcase.
So there were 25 comics or something?
Probably closer to 15.
So by the time Anthony Jeselnik got on there, it was like 2 hours in.
Yeah, but remember, he wasn't even the last one. So
no, I know.
Typically, just like, straight up like show structure. I knew that Anthony Jeselnik was going to be there that night, so I figured he was the headliner.
Yeah.
And so we watched like 4 or 5 comics, and then Anthony Jeselnik came up, and I was like, "Oh, this is the peak.
We're done.
And it's over." And then there were like 5 more after that, so it was like a mountain.
Yeah.
But in quality, not really. Like they were all pretty. There were a couple that were kind of sleepers, but Anthony Jeselnik, Donnell Rawlings, that was pretty cool. Like old Chappelle Show guy.
Everybody was really funny. I was just so tired. We had been up for like 24 hours at that point.
It was pretty brutal. Yeah, and it ended at like 11:30 on a Wednesday. It was like 11:30 we left, and it sits on fucking Sunset Boulevard. So we drove from like Hollywood straight to San Diego. Got Del Taco, got on the interstate, and just drove to a different city. Yeah, and then we spent the next 2-3 days San Diego. Mm-hmm. That was really fun.
I liked San Diego.
I did too. I had never been. Somehow we'd never been to like hang out. We driven through. Had layover.
Yeah. It was so cute there. The weather was so nice. It was gorgeous. It was during the super bloom, so everything was pretty and flowery.
I'm having to rack my brain on what we even did.
We went to the zoo.
That was cool.
We went to Sunset Cliffs.
Went to La Jolla.
We went to
the little cave store thing. That was kind of cool.
Just did whatever.
Yeah, got coffee. What's that place called? Michael Spot Coffee.
That was in LA.
No.
Kumquat.
Yeah, that.
Oh, Heartwork.
Heartwork, yeah.
Loved
Went to Heartwork like 3 or 4 times.
It was really good.
It was great, yeah. There was that donut shop down the street.
It's a classic all donuts.
Little record store next door that had...
They were playing Crosses?
We just started really listening to Crosses, and then we went in and the first record I saw was a Crosses record, and they were playing Crosses. It was like really bizarre.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, then we went to... Just got some Mexican food. We didn't really do...
We were just relaxing.
Yeah, we're just like, let's go look at this outside thing. Let's go eat here. Let's get coffee again. Let's go to the beach.
No.
That's happened since the last time we did a podcast.
We went to the beach.
No, the DJ Khaled phenomenon.
Hell, like my nightmare.
So funny. I'm only
Wait, you know what else we did?
What's that?
That was actually exciting. We watched Sopranos, and I'm wearing my Bada Bing shirt. Did we watch that before?
I think that was between now and when we did our last episode.
Yeah. So
Pretty
I watched
sure.
Sopranos for the first time, and I became everything about, like, my whole identity.
Shout out to the shirt.
I have two Bada Bing shirts. I changed my name on Instagram to Caitlin Soprano, but it has since changed back to Caitlin Looney.
Yeah. The fact that you were able to get, like, I was really not bummed out. That's stupid as hell.
I don't think anyone's name is Caitlin Looney, exactly how I spell it.
There absolutely is another Caitlin Looney.
No, there's not. I've looked up Caitlin Looney.
Let's see.
And there's not one. I'm unique and amazing.
Guarantee. Oh,
but with my exact spelling.
The first thing I saw was Caitlin Looney obituary.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
Caitlin Looney, senior business execution consultant
exactly
at
like
Wells
me.
Fargo. Missing one N.
See? Exactly.
Pretty cool. But yeah, no, you changed your name. You had your exact name on your Instagram and then changed it. And I was like,
well, I was confident because no one's name is exactly the spelling of mine.
2 N's?
Two N's. Good, yeah. So.
Yeah, we watched The Sopranos.
Best show ever. Imagine I just spilled the end of the show. Tony's dead.
Chill. That's not what happens. Don't know what happens.
Well, I can't. I feel like there can't be spoiler alerts because that show came out like 70 years ago.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, then it's kind of your fault. That happened to me the other day. I was in class and they were doing a scene from Mad Men, and they just like openly were talking about how the show ends, and I was like, this is how it spoils for me. And then I sat and thought about it, and I was like, well, that show's been off the air for like a decade, so
it's kind of your fault.
Kind of my fault if it's going to be spoiled. I can get with it and not, So yeah.
What else do we do? We got new rings.
Yep, sure did.
I
like my ring a lot.
Me too.
It's cool.
What else happened? I feel like nothing else happened.
So much happened.
I feel like we just
summed it up. With Arizona?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. What do you think about that?
It was amazing.
It was something.
It was a day in Arizona, literally 24 hours.
So we both scheduled
a tattoo
appointment in Phoenix.
Yes.
Mesa, whatever.
Scottsdale.
Yeah, and like forever ago, and we had to reschedule because of conflicts.
Oh hell.
Finally, we're able to get an appointment. So Caitlin and I literally did a day trip to Phoenix, paid all this money to fly, which it wasn't that expensive, and get a hotel. We said, let's just go fly in Thursday night, get tattooed Friday, hang out, fly out Saturday morning.
Yep.
Crazy quick. Ended up spending a little more than we anticipated on those tattoos. We're a little bummed.
But it was gorgeous.
It's so fucking annoying, too, because it's like I'm always at the school of thought that it's like, I've told people this. When people, ask me, like, advice or what, like, whatever. I'm always like, if it's too much, if you say, oh, that's a lot, probably good to wait. Because it probably means you're going to compromise and get something that's not as good for cheaper. So I'm normally at the school thought, like, oh, pay good money. And I'll continue to. Yeah, all that. But even I left that shop going, pretty steep, brother. It was pretty steep.
But the tattoos look amazing.
Oh, they're incredible. And they're like exactly what I wanted. It was perfect. It was all good. Caitlin and I just like, like the transaction whenever you wrap and you're standing there chatting. Like, oh, God, so sick. Cool pictures taken. Oh, man. Yeah, so sick. Thank you so much. What do I owe you?
$7,000.
No, it wasn't that expensive. But he hit us with a number. I won't say it's bad taste.
Okay.
But usually I'm like, oh, cool. Right in line with what I was thinking. He hit us with the number, and I looked at Caitlin and went, Roger that.
The only reason why it was so shocking is because Austin's tattoo was 45 minutes long.
I'm not exaggerating when I tell you it was 50 minutes long.
Yeah.
Front to back. It's not very big, which kind of, that all folds in. I'm thankful it was 45 minutes for how sick it was, but then you get hit with the price, and you're like,
45 minutes for this amount.
Man, brother. But, like, we paid him, obviously. Like, it's no big deal. Like, it is what it is. But, like, we both left going, like, we didn't really say anything. Like, we were just kind of like, oh, it's dope. It's kind of a lot. And then we got in the Uber, like, going back to the hotel, and we kind of sat there for a minute. We kind of looked at each other, and we were like, that's a lot, right? Like, that was kind of insane.
I loved our conversation, like, the whole ride back to our hotel.
Trying to rationalize
working it out, really thinking through it. Like, okay, well, you know what?
Yeah, we just kind of talked ourselves into it. The lesson to take away from this being, if you're going to get tattooed, just,
give them your budget.
Hit them with a budget. Inquire about the budget. Inquire, what should I expect? I have this really bad habit, and I think that I just kind of learned the hard way. Because in the past I just haven't done that, and it's just somehow I've never been screwed.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, everyone's rational.
Yeah,
everyone's fine. I've never not done this and it not been fine or whatever. And then we both left that shop going,
okay, but
damn.
I understand. I'm obviously not a tattooed girly. I'm not with the culture that much, but I feel like, and this is just my humble opinion, whatever. I feel as if tattoo artists should be a little more transparent with at least an hourly rate.
Yeah, just shoot it straight up.
You don't have to tell me exactly the price, but it's okay, well, my minimum is 2 hours. It's $200 an hour.
Which
something.
Some people do. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just feel like I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Instead of going in blind, even though I guess I could say, hey, how much do you think it would be?
Yeah.
But why do I have to be the one that's saying that?
What we took away, though, is that it is kind of on you. If you don't clarify, which I own that.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, why is it on me? Just tell me what your rate is. If it's, right. I would have still gone and gotten tattooed
you
by
done, you. Even if we knew it was going to be that much,
I still would have gone.
We still would have been damn, it's
but
whatever.
Just tell me
yeah.
up front, and then I can be cool, done.
Should learn the hard way.
Okay.
Thank God they were sick.
The best.
They're really, really cool. Caitlin got to show the people.
Except I don't know if we should show them. What if I don't want anyone to look up the
I'm not talking shit. No, it is what it is.
A sidebar, I'm fucking hot.
It's so hot in here. It's crazy.
Guys, I know we were just saying we were rich and all of the high June money went to this. We are. Don't worry, we're still rich.
We're just
we're working on it.
We haven't got to that part yet.
There's no air conditioning in here.
It's so fucking hot.
I mean, there should be. There's a vent up there, and I turned the air conditioner on. Do you feel any air?
No, it don't work.
And we have a fan, but we don't want to turn the fan on. But I'm
just
actively sweating.
Assault the microphones with fucking air. No, it's really hot, but it could be fucking worse. I think the only reason it's so hot is.
Should we try to turn the fan on and see what it sounds like?
It's gonna sound like shit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we'll just fucking starve. We'll just sweat to death.
Yeah, we'll starve.
Maybe next time I'm not gonna wear jeans. Maybe I'll wear shorts.
Yeah.
And a tank top.
Just don't.
Don't what? Okay, well.
I remember when I did that. Yeah. My dick out the whole time.
Bro.
But anyway, yeah, just a little taste of the last.
That's a catch up.
December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 9 months of our lives. Holy shit.
Should we discuss, and we can cut this part out if we need to. When should we discuss the June issue, or should we not?
Yeah, fuck it. Who gives a shit?
Okay.
Yeah.
Not to bring the mood down, but since this is called High June, I figure we might be transparent with you guys that June is dead.
No, she's not.
No.
Jesus Christ. No, she's very much not dead. She's
very much alive.
Very much alive and very much thriving.
But she's very much not here.
She's very much not here. And that's a tough pill to swallow, but almost okay. So a year ago, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, a year ago, 3 days. It would have been cool if we recorded this on my birthday. It was my birthday last Thursday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Which would have been kind of funny if we recorded this on my birthday this year, because a year ago, on the day of my birthday, we ran into a fortunate incident where June and Evie got into a little skirmish.
Yeah, but to go back a little, June and Evie have always been working on their relationship. It's been a little bit tumultuous, but there were ebbs and there were flows. There were good days and there were bad days.
And it's so fucking annoying because the good days
were great.
Were so good. They play. They get along, run around the backyard together. And it was just beautiful.
It took a while. It took a while because when June and Evie first met, June didn't care that much. I mean, she was just a puppy. Yeah. But Evie was already like, hell no.
Yeah.
But then one day, Austin was gone. There was a breakthrough. They started playing together in the backyard. And I was like, I see the light.
Yeah.
And did you hear that?
Vibrate.
Yeah.
Oh, my phone's
over. Yeah. I was like, okay, I see the light. And then everything was fine. There was a few little moments where Evie would snap at her, but she was just a puppy, maybe she was trying to teach her boundaries. Yeah. I don't know.
Which that's what we expected.
Yeah, and everything was fine. We worked it just they were working on their relationship, okay? And it was Austin's B-Day, and we had went...
On my fucking...
Literally.
Literally my birthday.
Yeah, we went to a gorgeous dinner together. It was so nice. At least we had that.
Yeah.
And then we came home, and we were all excited. We came home, we're like, let's take the dogs on a walk. It was nice outside.
Just like killing it. Such a good day.
Yeah, we were having such a good day. And then we were in our bedroom, and
changing into clothes to go on a walk.
One of the dogs was on the bed. One of the dogs was on the ground, on the floor. And then I don't even know. It happened
like
so fast.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even remember exactly what happened because it was just too much. But Evie might have snapped at June. I think Evie snapped at June.
Evie was on the bed.
Evie was on the bed. June was on the floor.
And then June jumped onto the bed.
June tried to jump on the bed. And Evie was pissed. So she fucking... Because we always tried to not have June on our bed anyways. Because that's
Evie's
like
really
Evie's
territorial.
domain.
Yeah.
So June never really got on our bed.
It's like
it was just like
almost.
it was just a lot going on. June jumped on the bed. Evie snapped at her. June...
Trigger warning.
Trigger freaking warning. Like, honestly, I hate talking about this. June grabbed Evie by the neck and was like, Evie was in the air, like in June's mouth, and we had to like pull them apart.
Yeah.
And Evie had a hole in her neck. She's bleeding. It was very bad. And so we took Evie to the emergency room. She had to have a sad little neck cast.
Yeah, a little bandage.
And it was devastating. Probably like one of the worst days of my life.
Yeah, it really, really fucking sucked.
But Evie's too small to like have that happen.
And clarification, because, again, like trigger warning, the way we described it makes it sound like June is evil.
No, she's not.
Which could not be further from the truth. It's Evie's fault.
But also June, I think, had learned to like, I'm not going to fucking put up with this shit.
Yeah,
because Evie is a bully.
She was matching Evie's energy because Evie's a fucking bully. She's sweet to us, sweet to people she knows. But with new dogs and with new people, especially, it takes a
She's kind of declined.
Long time. It takes her so long to get used to people and to new dogs and new environment. It just takes her for fucking ever. And until she decides you're good,
then you're dead to her.
You're not good.
For instance, she loves Michael now.
But it took him coming. It took him coming over every other day.
But Kyle, she's known her whole life. Never ever will like him.
Still doesn't trust him for whatever reason.
Yeah, and
I don't like.
But the older she gets, the more mean.
Like old Chihuahuas
and
coming
like
out.
she just is a Chihuahua, and she's just hell. Like
poorly.
She's just a bad dog.
That's really the best way to describe
and
it.
She's
really
sweet,
tried. She's cute. Anyway. So all that to say, the purpose of saying that is to say that it's the furthest thing from June's fault. She didn't know how to react.
Yeah.
And so we'd had like Caitlin said, ebbs and flows. The ebbs were really frustrating, and it pushed us to a place where we were like, I had consultations scheduled. We were gonna do like a.
We were about to like send her to like a 2-week training.
like a real intensive okay, like I'm gonna shell out some money. Clearly, I don't have the skills to like do what needs to be done. Like we're about to shell out some cash to like really do this proper. And that was like that week. I had made appointments to like take her, get her set up, figured it out.
And she was still a little puppy.
She was still really young. And then the flows were good flows. Play together, like
laying on the couch together.
Laying on the couch, chewing on toy. Like days where Caitlin and I were like, is this a miracle?
Yeah.
Like, is it fine? And then other days where we were like, we had to really, really consider the options because it's like, got to do right by June, but also like, got to do right by Evie, Yeah.
And
it's like,
it wasn't sustainable.
You got to figure out the best thing for both of them. And so we thought we had figured that out. And then my birthday happened. And so what we ended up having to do is rehome June. But usually that means swallowing a hard pill and giving a dog that you love to someone you don't know.
Yeah.
We were fortunate enough to not have to do that.
Yes.
And June now lives with my parents.
And we get to see her.
We get to see her when we go back to Lubbock.
She's so happy.
And she
has little besties.
I'd always said, because like she's an Australian Shepherd, right? So like needs room and space and time. Just excuse me. Space and time to let out the energy that comes with being that kind of dog. And I always said that it's like, I wish I could give her that, because we take her on hella walks.
Yeah, always playing with her.
Just chasing her around the backyard until she's worn out.
Always giving her bones.
Take her to a dog park. Like, And it still felt like it wasn't enough. And I always said, like, damn, she like needs other dogs that aren't a fucking bitch.
Yeah, to like play with.
Because we take her to the dog park.
She
and so in our neighborhood, for whatever reason, there's a high concentration of Italian Greyhounds and Greyhounds, like Whippets, or is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Are they the same dogs?
They're not the same dogs. They're in the same family, yeah.
And so half the time we would go to a dog park, there would be 2 or 3 Greyhounds. And they would just
run,
play, and it was just like a dream. It was like, this is exactly what June needs. I'm so glad we came here today. But then you go home, and have to put her up while we're working, and then like only have so much time in the day to do the stuff, and we'd still do the stuff. It just didn't ever feel like enough. And so every day I would say, like, how fucking sick would it be? Like, she needs dogs to play with, like she plays at the dog park every day and run. And now where she lives with my parents, it's exactly what she does every day.
Yeah, they have other dogs. They have some
3 or 4
blue heelers.
Is that
a blue heeler?
Yeah, 2 blue heelers.
A golden doodle.
And I think that's it.
And then that Daisy, like a little.
Yes, and then the little dog. Little dog.
And she loves all of them.
Yeah, my mom sends us videos and pictures of them just playing all the time, and
she
just runs around the backyard all day and like just chills. And
she loves it over there.
And she's like my mom will send us videos of her like chewing on the same toy and like laying on each other, and like she's so sweet. It just.
So don't cancel us for rehoming our dog, but it had to be done, and
it was kind of ended up being the best thing because June needed to not be in that, like she needed a fair chance.
Yeah. Because
Evie was the problem, and like June doesn't deserve that, and but also Evie could have died, and it's like if that would have happened, it's like it's life's over. So
well, whatever. We figured it out, and like I feel horrible. I literally can't even. We were on a walk today, and like I now have just severe anxiety anytime Evie's around another dog. So like if there's an off leash dog, like nope.
We just pick her up. Yeah.
But it wasn't sustainable. We fucked up.
Yeah.
But now she is having the best time of her life.
I often think about how lucky we are to have had to made that decision, which sucks, and there's no way to spin it that where you don't feel like a piece of shit, like I do like almost all the time. But like to have to do that and the options we were afforded couldn't have been better.
Yeah, but it was also weird the first time that Brian, your stepdad, and June met. Yeah. He like came over here. They were visiting, and like June and Brian just bonded. It was like they were meant to be together.
And like every time he'd come over, he was like so pumped to see June.
Like, I want to keep June.
Yeah, June. Like he would always make jokes about like I'm gonna take her home with me, and like they just like they'd come into town to hang out, and like him and June would just cuddle on the couch all weekend.
He loved her.
Out. Yeah.
So I'm glad that she's with him.
Yeah, same. And like my mom will always send us pictures of them like on the couch, on the chair asleep. And
you had your crop top on.
Oh.
Your stomach was just showing.
My shit hanging out.
But yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know because our name is Hi June, and people have asked where June is, and I just figured we would say.
Yeah, and we decided to keep the name Hi June because I think it would be like it's not like she's not our dog anymore, but it still remains very much a part of
a moment in our life.
Moment of our lives, and I think still stands for a lot, and it's still like really cool and a really fair name for us and a good name for us. So it's like I almost feel like it would be like it would feel bad to change the name because of something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
does that make sense? Like, it not like feel bad, like, oh, an event like that isn't worth changing the name. It's like diminishing it, but it feels half-ass and haphazardly to like. It would feel cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Instead of like standing by it and saying like, oh no, it's not fucking dead. We didn't fucking drag her out. She's
not in the shelter.
We didn't drag. Exactly. We didn't take her to the shelter. We didn't drag her out in the middle of a field and shoot her in the head. Yeah, it's like it was unfortunate. It happened, and she lives with family now. It's like not even.
She's doing great.
Yeah, it's all good.
And that's the tea, sis.
And that's the tea. I'm glad you brought that up.
I just thought maybe
I wasn't expecting that.
Know.
Yeah.
Because I've had multiple people ask me where June is recently too. And I was like, well, if we're going to start the pod again, we might as well just
yeah, it's cool to kind of like rip that off in the first episode too.
Yeah,
like just kind of get into it and just kind of talk about it because it feels really fucking cool to be doing this again. I know. I don't even know what to do. I don't know how you feel about it, but
I'm feeling good.
It feels pretty cool because it really kind of felt like a long, like really like a trudge to get to this point.
It has been a long time.
It's been a long fucking 9 months is crazy.
I could have had a baby in that amount of time.
Literally,
like 2 full term.
Like an actual whole human child baby.
But yeah, we painted this room black. I guess okay. Let's just in the vein and in the name of transparency.
Yeah.
This studio is in our house.
Yeah. So it was it's behind the drum room. So in our have we ever posted like videos or pictures?
I don't think so. But basically our house has this soundproof room-ish studio, if you will. On the other side of this door, there's the drums and like all the Judd business and musical business happens in there.
Drum kits and guitar amps and guitar speakers.
Yeah. But then for
practice room.
Yeah, a practice room. And then for forever, this room that we're in, we used it as storage. There's just bullshit in here. Boxes and just fucking doodads and whatever. And
you brought that back.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
And I had always said we should change this to like a little studio because I just felt like everything would be a little bit more consistent instead of being in the office.
Yeah. And it was just wasted space back here.
Yeah, and we don't need all this stuff. We ended up throwing away probably everything.
Yeah.
It was just literally junk. Yeah. So now we bought this couch at Revival Vintage.
Shouts out.
And we painted the walls black. Well, actually, they're a little bit brown, but they're
dark.
Mocha.
And it's funny, like, we only had room lights on, and so you can't see the spots that we needed to go over again. And so now with these lights and our setup, you can see all the mistakes and or not mistakes, but like
we didn't go over
areas that could need another coat. So there's some red peeking out behind the mocha black.
Yeah, the walls in here used to be red.
Yeah, so it was a red, shitty, dark room with a bunch of bullshit in it, storage, just stuff we didn't need. So we cleared it out, sold a bunch of it, threw away a bunch of it, stored it other places in our house, painted the walls, got a rug, got a couch, tried to do some sound treatment here. It's still not perfect, and you might be able to hear it on the audio, how, there might be a little echo, but
you'll have
ultimately,
to get over it.
We're going to try to treat the whole room. Mm-hmm. Got totally and completely new art, like we were saying earlier. Abby
Sauce?
Yeah, her. I'm spaced on their last name.
I don't know. Sauce,
yeah. Our friend Abby, who plays guitar in the band Life's Question, probably some others. She did this, like whole new art. Like she says, like a whole fucking folder like this. Mm-hmm. If you're listening on audio, the thumbnail on audio, she did. I think we might even play around with little merch at some point. She did a bunch of stuff for that. She did like the new logo on the intro to this video, which I think as we're sitting here doing this, I think Michael sent us a pass. Shout out to the fucking boy, Michael.
The third to our group.
The third to our
our husband.
Yeah, our the.
He should honestly be sitting right here.
I'm trying to think of a 3-pronged thing.
A thruple?
Yeah, the pull to our thrup. The ul to our thrup. He's our friend, Michael.
He's our everything.
He helped us light the room. He helped us with some coloring on the video portion. If you're watching on YouTube, he helped it make it look as good as it did. And we made a little intro that I think he just sent, like a little cleaned up version. So I was saying that because the little logo and the intro, she did that. Originally, text that our friend Jake put together, she just like recolored it, reworked it a little bit, added some did some little shit to it. That was really fun.
We just felt like we needed a whole rebrand, new room, new art, new vibes, new mic stands, new lighting,
new pop filters on the mics, the smaller,
We just needed a new vibe.
It just felt like
this just feels a little bit more elevated.
I hope it feels that way.
It does
to me at least.
I feel
more potty.
I feel more focused on the pod in here. Like the whole time we've been talking, I honestly forgot we were recording. Like we're just chatting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same.
So I'm just feeling the vibes.
Yeah, we just decided. I think the vibe in the other room was good, but it just felt kind of like it was hard to feel. It felt in between.
Yeah.
Like something that was an office or just a room for other stuff. And a true dedicated pod space, which sometimes that's fun. You can set up and do a podcast anywhere. And so for some podcasts, that's kind of the allure of it is that they set up and just rip it, no matter where they are. But we said like, well, fuck, like so incredibly, and we've talked about this practice room on the podcast before, but like,
you are full of burps.
I'm saying, well, we had fucking Freebirds, and I'm drinking Modelo like an idiot. Can I have some of that actually?
Hold on.
Just a little water. Oh, come
on. The office didn't offer a lot of creativity because you also work in there. And so now we have all of this whole room, the drum room plus the pod room is now like our creative space.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's what I was saying. Like I wake up every day, literally, and this sounds corny, but like every time I see our practice room, I'm thankful.
Yeah.
Because it's like a practice room, if you're any kind of musician or in a band or whatever, it's like can be a real pain in the ass to find and then pay for. They can be expensive, especially in Austin. So when we moved into this house, and Caitlin sent me the Zillow listing, and there was literally a practice room in the house, and I'm sure we've talked about moving into this house before, but I literally, it's been a while, I thought it was a scam.
Yeah.
It's like even after we came and saw the house with the landlord and like walked through it, we were still convinced it was a scam because it was like, we got COVID pricing. It's 3-bedroom and it had a practice room in it. And we were like, this is shady. All the way up until the day we moved in, we thought it was shady.
Well, I guess it was because we moved in and realized the air conditioner didn't work.
The air conditioner didn't work. They didn't clean it. So we had to deep clean it ourselves and buy new window units. And it's fine. It's a comfortable house. But at the end of the day, I love this house.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what really was the icing on the cake for me thinking it was a scam was the fact that there's a practice room in the house. So if I want to play drums, I walk 30 feet and sit down on my drums and play. So feeling that way about this room and then coming into this room that used to be storage and saying like, it's just fucking store. What an absolute waste of space. And honestly, it was your idea to move it in here.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You really took the charge on that, and I'm thankful for that because I was just being lazy about not wanting to put it in here. And once we really started getting the ball rolling and setting this room up, like I couldn't have been more stoked. And I could not be more stoked on like the vibe that I feel recording in here. Like it feels like a dedicated, like sort of, yeah, like a little fucking. We also like if you're watching on YouTube, I keep glancing to the left because also bought a desk, moved like the recording and like editing setup, like moved our computer in here to make it like a little dedicated, like we record and we can literally walk a foot and edit, do the shit.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start.
You could track vocals.
I could track vocals in here. We could even, like if I can cut a hole in the wall, like I might even try to like mic the room and I can do demos. Like I want to get an E8010, which is like a little drum module. You can set on the kick drum and it records the kit really well for no reason at all. I don't know why it's so good. Like if you see...
Bro, you have
I'm
to
sorry.
stop.
Like, I'm so sorry. Keep burping. Like, Instagram and, like, YouTube drummers. Mm-hmm. That's what they use.
Luke Holland.
No, literally, I'm sure he uses one.
Yes.
You just set it on the kick drum, and it records. You can feed songs through it, so you can plug your headphones into that, and it plugs into this little thing off to the left, and you can listen to songs through it and play to it. Plays it. Anyway, thought about getting one of those and, like, tracking drums. All that to say, like, we just kind of... I feel like we made, like, a dedicated little... setup in here.
And it's so gorgeous.
It was really conducive to doing things like a podcast.
You know what we should do though?
What's that?
It just reminded me whenever you burped because I've been in my ASMR era. I was in my ASMR era when we almost ended the podcast, but it was just the hair play. But now I like to listen to crunching ASMR. We should eat on the podcast.
I can't think of anything I'd hate more.
Like something really crunchy.
That sounds miserable.
Why? Like a Cheeto or like a extra well done wing from Wingstop.
Like crunch. Yeah, so that computer running over there. Can you hear it?
No.
Yeah, it's yelling. I don't know if it's that or the interface. Anyway, so it's crunching. It's not chewing.
No, we can do this whenever we're chewing, but I want to just have the crunch.
Crunch up in the mic.
Comment, like, and subscribe if you want us to eat on the podcast. Wingstop.
I fucking hate that.
Austin hates it so much, but I would love it.
Like crunching isn't as bad, but like smacking, like that, like really egregiously, truly doing it, and people not knowing they're doing it. When I say it like alters
the pod knows already.
Have I talked about?
Oh
this?
yeah.
Like when I say it alters like the chemistry in my brain, it makes me disposed to just like pure unadulterated rage. It makes me so fucking mad.
Well, maybe you need to relax.
Maybe I do need to relax, but I also just like it. I have a condition.
Oh, it
that
triggers you.
That is a thing, right? Misophonia. That's like sounds.
Yeah. Look how fun this is.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh, careful.
Oh, I can just put my little feet up here and still be chatting.
And I have this. I have my mouse just on the back of the couch. And
wait, how do you make this get? How do you make this get off?
Like take the mic off? Is that what you're trying to do? Unscrew this little piece. Yep, right there. This? Yep. Unscrew the thicker part. Yep. Other way. Other way. There you go. Caitlin's taking her microphone off to hold it.
I just want to get a little more cozy.
Now unravel the cord. Yep. Now move that out of the way. There you go. Push it away a little bit. Yeah.
Wow, I like this so much better.
You like that?
Yeah.
Being
what
free?
What is this for?
That's what it's plugged into.
Oh.
So you can do this like see this little bit? The little just put now grab here.
Oh, guys, this is amazing.
If you're only listening, Caitlin is holding her microphone instead of just using the stand.
Yeah.
Some people do that, like when they're tracking vocals instead, like even if it's like a nice mic like that, instead of like a lot of screamists I've seen do that, take it off because like it feels more like a.
I feel like I'm I'm a singer.
Yeah.
You are. What's the song? La la la. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we're back. That's the moral of the story. Episode 21.
It's been a long time coming, but...
We call it season 2. I mean, it don't really fucking matter what season it is. It's episode 21. That's kind of crazy. 21 episodes is pretty wild.
Well, it's 9 plus 10.
Damn. Crazy.
Is it plus or times?
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
You stupid.
No, I'm not.
Nah, I'm not. The chokehold that had on 2015. I didn't even think about it being 21, episode 21.
Well, it's episode 1, season 2.
It's episode 1 of the new era. Hi, June.
You know,
I love being able to just like see this. So cool.
You're
missing out if you're not watching on YouTube.
You are missing out.
It's crazy how much effort has to go into adding video to this shit. You ever think about that? This room is purely for video.
Yeah, speaking of video, we do have a new intro that we made that we discussed earlier, but I will be doing my own intro to this video, and I will be inserting it into the video, and you can't stop me.
All right, yeah, you can do it. That's fine.
Will you be a part of it at least?
Sure.
Whatever.
How long have we been going?
I don't freaking know, girl.
Yeah.
Guess.
Okay, let me guess. We've been going for 49 minutes and 30 seconds.
No. Wrong.
51 minutes.
Nope.
Just tell me.
50 minutes and 30 seconds.
Beast. I was right in the middle. That was right in the middle of my two guesses.
Do you want to play a game?
Yeah. Let's play the game and then we'll wrap.
Remember that one game I was playing in the car that when you know the words to this song, sing along.
Yep.
Sing along.
No.
You don't remember that?
Run it back. No.
I sing that song and then I sing like this much of a song. So you have to guess what it is.
Okay.
Let me think of a song. What's a song that we know?
I need to stop doing this. I got called out in class on that.
Really?
Because I start sentences like...
How do you start a sentence? How do you open your mouth? I guess like that.
Well, like that. I'd never realized how much I do, and I got called out for it. Yeah, see? Yeah. It's fucking gross.
Okay, girl. Let me think of a song. What's a song that we sing together that you would know?
Shit. Hold on. Let me do one.
Okay. You have to sing the song first.
Hold on.
You have to sing the song that...
I'm trying to think of a song.
No, you have to sing the intro song. When you know.
The words of this song. Sing along. What is it?
Sing along.
There's so many songs we sing.
And I can't think of one.
Of a single one.
We have to think of one.
Hold on. This should not be this hard.
It's like no song exists anymore.
When you're put on the spot.
Yeah, I know it's hard.
Which
you would step back from that ledge, my friend.
Cool. Now you go.
Okay. Fuck. When you know the words of this song, sing along, sing along, and it.
One more time.
And if.
One more time.
And if.
Is this Taylor Swift?
No. It's somebody that you like.
Double decker bus. Nice, cool. All right, I think that's good for a first episode back. Welcome back. If you're watching, that means you give any ounce of remote amount of any remote amount of a father fuck about what we do with this podcast. And if you're watching, that means for us 9 months of renovating a room.
Wait, 9 months? We just birthed this baby.
That's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, bitch.
That's God working.
That is God. If you believe in it.
If you believe in it, that's Him working. That's where. But yes, if after 9 months of us being radio silent, you're watching this, that means you give just any remote morsel of a father fuck about us having renovated this room and hung up the soundproofing and got the new art and did all this stuff to bring it back because we have a lot of fun doing it. And so thank you.
Thank you.
And give a fuck. And yeah. Fucking cool.
Thank you for watching and listening and watching us sweat our asses off. Anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. It's fucking hot.
It's really hot.
Burn some weight. All right, cool.
Well, thank you so much.
See you on the next one.
Oh, I miss y'all already.
Bye.
Bye. Please.